Good morning, everyone. It's Sharon Wilson from Stampin' with Sharon, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Welcome to my Friday Facebook Live. I think the camera's a bit crooked. Whoops, my camera's oh, turn the volume down. Sorry about that. It's Friday morning, it's 10 o'clock, and I'm here with you today to share with you the New Horizons stamp set and paper, coordinating paper. There are some dies, but I decided not to go with the dies today just because I didn't want to get my Stampin' Cut emboss machine out, and I want to show how easy it is to use the paper mostly. So I'm basically looking at mostly the paper today just because the paper does a lot of the hard work for you, because it's just beautiful paper that shows basically scenes on the paper, and it does the hard work for you when you're creating. So with this paper you can create beautiful cards, really simple cards that you can make at home. All you need is a paper trimmer, or even you can use scissors or a ruler and a knife just to cut stuff, cut some paper, and yeah, make up some really quick cards. It's beautiful paper. I'm going to show you that now. I do have new glasses, so I'm sort of still getting used to them. There's two things, like, yeah, I'm working with my glasses and I am struggling a tiny bit with them. There we go. So this is the paper, so I'm trying to look around. Yeah, my glasses are a bit, yeah, I'm meant to be able to see my screens but also see here, and so I'm sort of, I've only had them for a week, so I'm still sort of changing between my two sets of glasses at the moment. But these are the papers, and as you can see, they're, yeah, lots of scenic papers. So they're just stunning, absolutely stunning, and you can make some beautiful cards with these. Really simple ones. So I'll show you a couple of really simple cards. Do I have two of them? No. See, some of the papers look very similar. So that one is, actually, I think that is the same. Yep, that's the same. I'll move that one aside. So, and that's just the one side. And when you flip them over, they're just, yeah, just gorgeous. Like, there's so many beautiful patterns. And this paper will be retiring at the end of next month, the end of June. That's retiring. So if you'd like an easy way to create, I would suggest you grab a pack of this, or two or three, because this really does make the work, do the work for you. I want to show you another project. Oh, sorry, just get out of the shop. This is a project I did at a retreat back in February for my upline at her retreat, and it doesn't actually spin. I need to get it to spin. I need to reinforce it and redo this bit, but that's okay. It's just like I've really used the paper just to create the background, obviously, and then I've just done some die cutting of some grasses and flowers, and then I used the tulips, the windmill dies, to create the windmill. And yes, this did actually spin properly at one stage, but it's been a bit flattened. And I used the birds in the Horizon stamp set. So this is the Horizon, on the Horizon stamp set. So I've used the, what have I used in here? I've used the leaves. I think I've pretty much just used that. Sorry, they're not leaves, they're birds. I used the birds, just going off the frame. And then I've just used the other dies and everything. So it's just a way of showing how you can use the paper for a background for a home decor element, home decor project. So I wanted to show you that, but I want to show you some beautiful cards that I'm going to create for you once I find my trimmer. And all I'm doing with this paper, so once I decide which one I want to use, I might actually... Because what I'm looking for... Or maybe I will just use that one. I might just use that one. I'll just use one. So I'm going to cut this down to 3 inches by 3 inches, which if you're working in centimeters, then it is 7.6 centimeters by 7.6. I have cut some black cardstock down, and all I'm going to do, I might flip that one, I think. No, I think I'll still stay the same. I'm going to just lay these down onto some black squares, and these squares are 3 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to stick all these down, but and use some vanilla cardstock. But I also want to see if there's anything I want to stamp on this card as well. So I think I might actually use some birds, and this one yeah, I might just do some grass, I think. So need to make sure I don't shine too much on there. So I'll pull out my, where are they? What colour birds? I might just do black for the birds. So move that one aside, just grab this one out. And I don't want too many, but I want to try and make sure I actually get a few on there. Just flying off in the distance. Just like that. And this one, I'll get out my evening evergreen for this. And I'm just going to do some grass. I might leave my evening evergreen out actually. Like that. And then I have my vanilla card base, and I'm just going to use some dimensionals to pop this one up, but I want to stamp before I do that. Just use the edges of my dimensionals. Can't let anything go to waste. It's really quite satisfying when you finish a dimensional sheet. These dimensionals are fabulous. Fabulous tools to use. They stick really well. Alright, so we're going to put that there, but I want to stamp first. So pulling out, so there's a few of the words, sentiments I've got is thanks for everything, relax and enjoy your day, thinking of you, wishing you so much happiness, and breathe. So we might do the breathe, thinking of you, relax, and thanks for everything. So I'll just get them out of so they don't reflect on us. And bring this one down a bit. Oop. Sorry, I need to make sure I'm stamping straight, don't I? So I'm going to do that one and do that. Alright. So just a very simple thanks for everything. Just like that. So as I said earlier, it's very, very simple card, simple stamping, really simple. Just some pattern paper, layer, and then your card base and sentiment. Stamp some birds in the corner, and it's all good to go. So it's one of the simplest cards I think you can make. Morning, Manda. How are you today? Just one of the simplest cards you can do. And using this paper, yeah, you really want to, if you haven't already got some, you really should, because it is absolutely stunning. So I'm going to switch to the grasses this time. And just breathe. Yeah, I'm going well today. Going well. I'm glad to be trying to get back to my normal Fridays again. It's been quite a while that I was a bit all over the place and not really sure what I was doing and when I was doing stuff. So it's good to be back. My dad had a stroke Sunday a week ago, on the 15th, and so things have been, I've been sort of helping him out as much as I can, but he's staying with my brother. He was discharged last Friday, so he was only in hospital for 6 days, I think, and discharged last Friday, and so yeah, I've been doing doctor's visits and all sorts of things, so just making sure he's continuing to recover, and he's doing really well. He's walking really well and doing everything he needs to do. So yeah, it's just a matter of when we can get him back into his home again, but there's a few things we need to get done before he gets home, I believe. Some rails and what have you, one of those emergency call things. So I'll yeah, but he's doing really well now. He wants to get home, but I'm nervous, obviously, as you could imagine. He lives by himself. Thanks, Manda. There's been lots of praying going on, that's for sure. There's 4 cards, really quick, and it's only what, quarter past 10, and I've already made 4 cards. So you can see it's really, really quick. to make these cards. And yeah, each of them, because you're cutting up different parts of the paper, you're getting different different designs. So I'm going to copy a card from my lovely upline Morel that I saw on her thing today. Was it today? Yesterday? I can't remember which. But I didn't see it. I didn't look at it really well. So I'm just gonna wing what I've actually got, what I remember. But I'm pretty sure it was basically just a piece of paper, one of the pattern papers over the top, on a card base, and then no, it has to be more than that because she doesn't do just one layer, does she, Amanda? She always does lots of layers. I'll have to have a look at the card before I show you, before I create it, to make sure. Isn't that terrible? I want to copy my upline, but now I can't remember what she actually did. It's just in my head going, what did she do? Oh, no, she did something completely different to what I was even saying. So no, different. She's a layer queen. Mind you, not as many layers as others have done. But no, check out Morel's page. What is it? moreltaylor.com, I think it is. Let me see. Yeah, moreltaylor.com. Go and check out her blog, because she always has gorgeous designs on her page. She's actually been doing quite a few of the Horizon papers of lately. I'm just having a quick look. So go and have a look at her stuff. So I won't copy her after all. Go and have a look. But what I might do is, there's other designs I've seen where they've actually done a strip, and I was trying to work out how they did that. So I've got some, what colour am I going to do with that one? I might do some Blackberry Bliss, and I think that will work. Fresh Freesia. So let's work with this one. So I'll chop this one down. This one's very much I've seen the picture, but I've never created the card. So it's always a bit of fun when you're stamping with me. I just go, yeah, let's just try that and see what happens. See how I go. But let's see. So I know that they have a card base, and then they have strips of the pattern paper, but then they all get shorter and stuff. So I think what I'll start with is I'm just gonna start chopping the paper at 1 inch and see if I can figure it out as I go, and then I might be able to work out instructions. I want to keep them in order though, don't I? Yes, I do. So just 1 inch strips. I reckon they only use 5, but it's a 6 inch piece of paper, so we'll just work with what we've got. Alright, so this is 10.5 centimeters. So what I probably want to do is have about 10 centimeter strips of cardstock. So this is the Fresh Freesia. I'm just going to cut that at 10 centimeters, but I am going to use inches the other way, just because in my head I can transpose. I can switch between the two. I'm going to cut this at 1 1/8 of an inch. These strips. And see how we go. And again, what was I doing? 10 centimeters. Yep. Oh dear. Now it won't matter if this is a bit shorter, because it'll probably end up being one of my shorter strips anyway. So they're all 1 1/8 of an inch, I hope. Yes, I did that right. Yay! So, if I want to start with, hang on. Oh, okay. So, there's my strips. I'm going to take this one away, and I'm going to work on these ones. So, this one here, I probably want to do more that way. I want to probably try and chop off most of it from the bottom, really. But, okay. So, if I'm doing 10 centimeters, this is pretty much, what, 15, slightly over 15 centimeters. So, my maths. Trying to work out my maths. That's going to be my downfall. So I'm going 10 centimeters. So I need to chop it down to about 9.5 centimeters. That's what I need to do. So I want to try and work out, we're going to chop off 2 centimeters off the top. And then we're going to chop it down to 9.5. So then we have a piece that is going to layer on there. And then that is going to layer on here. And hopefully my measurements are correct. And I can do 2 more strips on either side. Yeah? Okay. So I want to go probably 2.5 off the top. So I'm doing 2 centimeters, then 2.5, and then I want to go 9. Let's see. I don't think that's short enough. I think I need to do shorter. So, because the idea is that they end up, the horizon stays the same, but the pieces get shorter. So this is my way of working out what what other people do. So I believe that at 10, that's 10. Let's go, okay, let's go 9. Let's see how that looks against the strip. 9. And then if we go 8, let's see. It's going to be too wide. Maybe I might just do 3 strips, one on either side. So let's still go, let's go 8.5. Alright, yeah. Let's just go 8.5. Here we go. This is the way my brain works, you know. So, that one. And then, is it that one? Where's that one? That's not that one. Must be that one. That one? Yeah, that one. Okay. So, let's stick this one down. So then I know that I'm right with that one. That there. And then this one's going to stick probably around there. And I want to line that one up to about there. Okay, so, okay, I want about that much off. So this one I did at, what, 8.5, didn't I? Yeah, 8.5. So, I don't want 8 centimeters, do I? Maybe I do. Okay, let's go. Yep, okay. I like that one. I think the 5 strips would be better, but the strips are too wide, so I'd need to make them narrower. And so this one's going to be the same. So I need to get that the same. Yeah, okay. I want them at 8. Yeah. That's it. I think that's right. I hope you're sticking with me on this one. Sorry, I'm off the screen. Sorry. Okay. So, I do that in the center. I wonder if I could do another one. It will be tight. I possibly could. So if that was 8.5 from 10, so another 1.5 centimeters off is 7. 7 centimeters. Let's go 7 centimeters. See if we can fit it in. Yeah, the colors are beautiful, aren't they? They're so Fresh Freesia and Blackberry Bliss. Did I lose a strip? I don't know. So this one, if I can squeeze them in, I will. I do want a small amount of Blackberry Bliss coming out off the side. I don't think they're going to fit though. Maybe I chop off a small amount. Let's make it 1 inch. Let's make this 1 inch, and I'll see if, and we can make the other strip slightly narrower too. So that's that one, that's that one. All right, let's go these 2 strips, we'll chop them down. Oh, that already seems narrower. Nope. Okay. So if I want to chop them down, I probably want to chop down to 7/8 of an inch. And I need to make sure I'm chopping off the right side as well. So I want to chop off the outside, not the inside. Because then the pattern won't match up otherwise. So if I do that, that one goes about there. So that one's going to go about there. And that one's going to go about there. Alright, so let's start with about, ooh, 3 centimeters seems too much, doesn't it? I was going to do 3 centimeters, but 3 centimeters seems too much, but maybe it's not. It's about there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go with 3 centimeters. Okay, 3 centimeters off the top on both. There is a bit more of a bit more wastage on this. Excuse me. So, and then we want 6.5 centimeters. 6.5 because we chopped it at 7. There we go. All right, let's see if we can assemble and get it right. So Blackberry Bliss and Fresh Freesia, and then the New Horizons Designer Series paper stack. So let's start with the center one. This is our long piece, which was 10 centimeters. I'll do it as close to the edge, I think. 10 centimeters by 1 inch, and yes, I am doing both both types of measurements. Sometimes the inches just work a tiny bit better than the centimeters do, which is why I use them. And then this is so I knocked off 1.5 centimeters off the 10 centimeters, so it went to 8.5 centimeters. 8 centimeters? No, 8.5. Yes, 8.5. And then this one was 7. I don't think I've quite lined it up properly, but I think for my first attempt, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna have to. Yes, this stack is still available, but it is retiring very soon. So it won't carry over into any other catalogue. So if you want it, I would get it now. It almost looks a bit crooked to me. Maybe it is, but I think for a first attempt, I think I'm pretty happy with that. And then we just want a sentiment. So just going to grab some vanilla, and I think I'm just going to do a thinking of you, but I don't want it in. I don't want it in the it was in Evening Evergreen. I don't want it in Evening Evergreen. Let's go Blackberry Bliss. Yes, that is my plan. Stick a sentiment on it and it won't look as crooked. Just a thinking of you. And let's chop this down. Let's try 2 centimeters. I don't know, it's still looking crooked. Where do I put it? That's the question. Where do I put it? Or do I need to have done a circle? I don't know. Hey, there's no mistakes in card making. Who really knows what it's meant to look like? Not the person receiving it, usually. I'm going to put it there. There we go. I do love the colours. I'm hoping I've matched it up correctly now. Creative opportunities, exactly. So yeah, you can see it's not perfect. So I've got a few different gaps between the cards, but you know, that's all part of creativity, isn't it? I do like that one though. I love the colours. Yeah, the colours are absolutely stunning, I think. So I've just used those two. So that's one of the current in colours. That'll disappear next year. And this is one of the Regals, I think it is. I think it's in Regals. Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's not a neutral. It's Regals. It's Regals. All right. So what else can we do? So let's move a few things out of the way. Let's see. Oh, I've got an extra strip there. There you go. So let me see. maybe I can do a bit of a fancy fold card. Let's try one of them. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try that one. Alright, so this one, this cut paper actually has the retired Misty Moonlight in it, but I'm going to switch it out and have Night of Navy. So, where's my Night of Navy cardstock I got out? I'm sure I got it out. Oop. Where are you? Maybe I didn't. I'm sure I did. Oh, hang on. Nope, it's not looking promising. Oh. Okay, so change of plans. Let's do the same one again. Same colour. Or did I lose that colour? Did I lose that colour? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try some fresh freesia. And hopefully I can find my piece of blackberry bliss I just put down. There it is. It was hiding underneath my trimmer. That's what it was doing. Okay. So much fun when you craft with me, isn't it? So, I think I might switch it around this time. I'll use this one as my layer, and this could be my card base. So, using this one, I'm going to grab my trimmer out, and I'm going to score at 10.5, and then I'm going to chop off at, where am I chopping? I can't chop at 12. I'm not going to chop at 12. What am I chopping at? Probably want to do, let's go 4. Alright, 4 centimeters. Chopping at 4. And then what I want to do is I want to have, I probably want to have about 4.5 centimeters. And I'm going to put that on the inside. Like that. If that works. I'll chop it off the top though, because I want to do... Oh, it's not that length. Almost made a mistake, but I didn't. That wouldn't have been pretty. So I'm going to trim it, stick that one on the inside of the card. So the card's going to sit like that. And I was going to try and match up that, and I think I will. So I'm going to pull out a piece of the Blackberry Bliss. And what sort of width do I want? I want to do, let me see. I'll probably do about that, there to there. So I want to do probably 3 inches, yeah. Okay. Let's go maybe just shy of 3 inches. So 2 7/8 of an inch. I probably cut the wrong side. That's okay. I'm going to work with it. It'll be fine. I'm going to chop this down to 3 inches. Okay, so then, excuse me. So that's going to be good width-wise. But I want to chop, I don't want to have a full width card. So I'm going to chop that down to Let's go 11.5. So if that's the case, I want to have 11 centimeters. And remembering that I want to try and match up the pattern if I can. So that's going to sit probably around, hopefully you can see that, yeah, probably around there. So that needs to match up to about there. About there. So using my fingernail. That's how I mark things. I use my fingernail. That's about there. Hey Sally, how you going? What did I make that? 11.5. Okay, so I want that at at 11. Let's see. Did I stuff up? Hopefully not. That's pretty good, hey. Look at that. It's almost there. Almost. So if I actually didn't layer it completely, it's probably getting pretty close. Maybe I might just chop off half a centimetre. There we go. It's all fun and games. Alright. Stick this one on the inside. Oh, I don't want... No, sorry. I want to put something on the inside so it's actually... You can write on it. You really should see this mess I'm in at the moment. Big mess. Morning, Vaughn. How are you? We're having a bit of fun today. I'm glad it's not just me that marks things with their fingernail. Sometimes I go, probably shouldn't do that, but anyway. Alright, let's stick this white one down first. Because I do want obviously the inside bit to be the focus and have it lined up. But I also want to have this. So I might still go across to the edge. There we go. So we have that one. We have that. And we need to make sure it's the right way up, don't I? It's always helpful. I really should probably bring in those birds again. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Oh my. Yay. Alright, so I'm going to use Breathe. Let's go with Breathe. Let's just get rid of some of these stamps. Sorry, I'm just cleaning. Let's go with Breathe and Blackberry Bliss. And we're going to put that down the bottom. Again, another simple card. Oh, I can't do that. Do you know what? I'm just going to do the birds in the same colour. Oh, now, do you know what I really want to do? I want to have, yeah, okay, what I'm going to do, my little birdies here, I'm going to have them, ooh, hang on, got to get the right angle, flying off there, and then try and, this is going to be fun, Try and match up. This may not work. But let's have it a shot anyway, you know. I'll probably have it there. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Let's just be confident in what we do. Let's see if that works. Hey, that's not too bad. I mean, they are mimicking each other, but that's okay. Alright, that's good. And then, obviously, we want to just have the adhesive on this side. Just gotta stand up for this one. Make sure I am lining it up as straight as I can. Oh, I'm pretty happy with that one. Wow, I like that one. Well, everyone has a fingernail unless you bite them. Done. I think that's it. That's all of them for today, I think. So these are the 4 cards I started with. So very similar to each other. And then I created this one, which I'll just get rid of. Hang on, that one. Get rid of that. Yeah, I created these 2. Just using the same colours. So this one was very vanilla with basic black and the New Horizons paper. These were Blackberry Bliss and Fresh Freesia cardstock. And I'm really happy with how this one's turned out. I think that's turned out beautifully, actually. Like obviously the mountain going up here, but I was mainly looking at this line here that I was working from. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. Again, very, very simple card. Very, very, very simple cards for you to create at home. Simple, easy, just grab the DSP, Designer Series paper. And as I said earlier, this is actually retiring. The paper is retiring. And so you want to get in and buy it before it disappears. And it will disappear. So the retiring list comes out on the 1st of June, which is Wednesday, I believe. I think it's Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. I'm sure it's Wednesday. Sure it's Wednesday. So the retiring list comes out for the mini catalogue. This one here. This one here. So I've been going through this morning and marking all the things that are retiring. So there's some things here retiring. What else? Yeah, all of the on the horizon products are retiring. So if you want to get them now while you still can. The dies are retiring, the stamps, the embellishments, the paper, the ribbons. The whole thing's going, and it's really, I really love this paper, and I wish they would keep it longer, but alas, they won't. And oh, these guys, the Artfully Layered, they're retiring, which I love these dies and stamps. I'm sad that these are going. I'm really sad about them going. Wish they were staying. Sally will be sad. The symbols of fortune are going. I know this is... Sally loves this sweet as well. You're stockpiling it. The rainbows are going. So over the next 4 weeks I'll probably be looking at the stamps and dies and everything that are retiring, like I did at the end of April, when the annual catalogue was about to come out. So I'll probably be focusing a lot of my time onto that. But also, if you have got a wish list that's longer than about $169, I would join Stampin' Up, purchase the starter kit, because you get this fabulous grid paper free if you join before the end of May. You get a pack of cardstock, A4 cardstock in colours. You get the designer series paper 6x6 assortment, and you get a set of ink pads, and all of that you get free when you join Stampin' Up as a demonstrator. It's $169. You get to choose $235 worth of product in your kit, and then you also get these items free, which is an extra $116 worth on top of what is already a fabulous deal. And you get to join my team, which, well, why wouldn't you want to? You see how much fun I have on Fridays. This is just me. So it's lots of fun. I love it. It's beautiful and so much fun being able to stamp with fellow people that have got the same interests as you, the same passion for creativity and card and stationery. My love was stationery originally, and this was just a natural progression. That's the word I'm thinking of. Yeah, so if you have a wish list that's long, get in contact with me. Join Stampin' Up, join my team. I'd love you to join my team. You don't have to be a business demonstrator. You can just be a hobby demonstrator and just do it for fun. Right, Sally? Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I'll go back to my face. There we go. Oh, picture in picture. And that one. Thank you for joining me. It's always a pleasure stamping with you, and I hope I have inspired you to get creative, get your stamps and dies and inks and everything out, or even just your pattern paper. Yeah, grab the on the New Horizons DSP designer series paper, the 6x6 pack, and yeah, just start creating. As I said, it does the hard work for you. You've got the pattern. It's already most of the work. People think you've done a fabulous artwork, and you've just got designer series paper. So add a couple of little stamps, elements, and Bob's your uncle, as they say. I hope to see you next week. I should be back again next week. So yeah, pop in again next week at 10 o'clock on Friday, and I look forward to seeing you then. Have a great day. Bye.